Hello, I'm Kingsley and you're welcome to King's Advocate Network, where we discuss the society and the law. It is a channel that is dedicated to us answering all your questions as a law student. Here on this channel, King's Advocate Network, our major concern is to analyze and dissect all the topics that concerns law, so that we as a law student will grow with it. Being a law student is not easy course. Yes, studying law is not an easy course, and I know the challenges that come with it all because I am a witness to it. But in this channel, we are dedicated to us sharing knowledge and insight, bringing idea on how you can navigate through that law courses, through that particular topic that is giving you trouble. Today, basically, we are dealing with tips and guide to understanding legal method. In my previous video, this is not our first video, of course you should know. This is not our first video on legal method. In our previous video, we dealt with introduction to legal method. It is on that video that we describe legal method. We describe how legal method has to do with law. Then there's also in second video, introduction to legal method, we dealt with the issue of law, where we discuss the 5 authorities, 5 definitions, 5 erudites on the definition of field of law. And today basically is a furtherance to that video, because what we are going to do today is that, in as much as we have seen what the meaning of legal method is, we have seen the definitions of law, how about tips on passing this legal method? Because there is one quote that says that a good lawyer knows the law, but a brilliant lawyer knows the judge. It's not just about you knowing the law, you knowing the topic, but how about tricks? You have to have some tricks to pass that legal course. Is that tricks I'm going to show you in this video. Now, what you have to do is that if you want to pass this legal method, you have to try as much as you can to know the lecturer that is teaching you this very course. In whichever area, in university, both within and outside, wherever you are, just make sure you know the lecturer. I mean, knowing the lecturer doesn't mean just seeing the lecturer. I mean, knowing the personality of the lecturer teaching you this very course. Because this is your first course and probably you don't have any idea. You're just coming as a novice and you are attending to this course for the first time as your law course. So what you ought to do is that you have to know the lecturer and try to know what he really wants. Is he a lecturer that wants voluminous writing? Is it a lecturer that wants a straightforward answer? These are the things you have to consider. So if you discover this, then you know how to suit him. Then I encourage you. You are not going to be, I have said it earlier and I'm saying it again, you are not going to be asked to define law. It depends on the lecturer teaching, but I doubt if any lecturer will give you, any examiner will give you the task of defining law. He will rather confuse you with a lot of scenario, hypothetical scenario, or just make an assertion. But in everything, you ought to define law. So how you are going to do it, make sure you give the lecturer at least 4 definitions of law. Not only doing that, but as you are doing that, try to explain it like we did. We defined Thomas Aquinas, we explained it. We defined John Austin, we explained it. We tried then to define Oliver Wendell Holmes' definition, we explained it. We defined Professor Obinlade definition, we explained it. We consider also the Associate Professor C.C. Obagus, we also explained it. So also you are going to do with irrespective of any definition you choose to follow, you ought to do it. You might not necessarily follow this one I have given you. The essence of giving you this is to explain the definition of law to you as a beginner. So you will still have to use any other definition that suits you. And definitely, if your examiner or if your lecturer involved in this very course has a particular textbook he is using, try to use that one. And also try to make sure that after defining it, you summarize his definition. You summarize all your definition with that of his own. If it's a lecturer that has defined law in any of his work, try to use that one as your ending or your beginning, because of course he's your one that will be marking your paper and he expects to hear from you what he said that law is. I told you that all these definitions we give, no one is correct and no one is wrong, because all of them are defining law. Law cannot be defined. There is no one size to it all as far as definition of law is concerned. That's why it is important you go and see another video that concerns the various schools of thought or the various theories of law, because there is no side to it all. Every definition of law is correct and every definition of law is also wrong. So that's why you have to make sure that whenever you are defining law, if your lecturer has a particular one he has given you, make sure you include that one to him or her. That will help to ensure that you get your mark. Because in university, what you have to know about university is about relatability. You have to make sure that you are relating with the particular lecture. It's not the way you answer this lecturer, it's the way you attend to this lecturer. You have to know how you relate with them in your exam. You have to know how you relate. Relating with them means in your writing. It's not the way you are writing to this professor, it's the way you write to this doctor. All of them knows what they want, and you should study them. Try to psychologically read them to know what they really want from you, so that you give them. That is the only way to pass. Sometimes you may have written well, you may have written intelligently, but because you fail to know whom that lecturer is, you will fail. So that's why sometimes when results show, you see that university result doesn't aptly describe the intelligence of students. Sometimes the person you think will fail will pass. Sometimes the person you think will pass will fail. So it helps to do with you discovering the lecturer. That is the tip I'm giving you. Number one tips I'm giving you. Then the number two tips I'm also giving you is that you have to start on time. You have to start on time. Make reading your hobby at this point, because you have no other thing to do now other than to face this law, and this is your foundational course. So make reading your habit. Make reading your habit. Try to form a group. Try to make sure that you are moving ahead on time, so that when the exam reach, everything will not be on your neck. That is the second advice I'm giving you. Then thirdly again, I'm also telling you, you have to go extra mile. You have to read beyond. You have to assemble relevant authority. Like I said earlier, Lord then he said that God forbid that a lawyer should know all the law, but rather that a lawyer should know where to find the law. So God forbid that you as a law student now you're going to know everything you're going to write in the exam. No, you have to know where to find the relevant one that will help you. So that's why you have to be watching YouTube video, follow relevant channel like this very channel. Everything we do here, everything we talk here has to do with law. So I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing and you turn on that notification bell you will see in this YouTube video, YouTube will be pumping this notification to you whenever a video like this is posted, so that you'll be watching it. And also whenever you are in your exam period, you can always come and rewatch this video. This video will really be here forever. Nothing is going to happen to it, so it will continue to be here as far as YouTube exists. So you can always come here to seek for clarifications. The purpose of reading elsewhere and researching is that it helps you to broaden your knowledge. It's not everything your lecturer is going to tell you. No lecturer will sit down with you like this to be explaining to you everything you have to know about law. No lecturer will do that. All lecturers are too busy for you. So that's why you have to go extra mile to know the relevant things, so that whenever the lecturer will be speaking, you will be getting what he or she is saying. In case your lecturer has started already, you use this, you make your notes. And that leads me to the fourth point, which is making notes. You have to be a student and make notes. Do everything has a way to work for people, but I advise, in my own personal view, I do make notes. Making notes, putting it into your words, that is the essence of making notes. If lecturer say this, you translate it in your own way. If you listen to me in this very video, you translate it in your own way, you make it, you combine it. That is the only way you are going to pass. So I believe that these tips will go a long way to help you. Then one major important thing I have to also add to you is that you have to also consider other things for you to properly understand this law, which is the theories of law I've been keep emphasizing on this very video. Go and check the natural theories of law, the positive theory of law, and also the realism theory of law, as well as the maxim theories of law. All these are theories of law, because sometimes you will definitely, even if you are to define law to the examiner, you are going to approach it in the sense of theories, in the sense of jurisprudence. Like we are going to approach it in defining it either in line with natural theory or in line with positive theory. Like all these definition I gave you, all of them proceed from a particular theory. And sometimes the lecturer might test you by telling you to examine natural theory of law in relation to definition of law. So if you just focus on this very definition, it will not give your work a wider flow and you will not get your full mark. So I enjoin you to go and click the link in the description below. Go to my playlist on legal method. You are going to see all the theories of law there, and it will go a long way to help you. And also, if you have any question, you put it in the comment section. Whenever I'm free, I'm going to attend to you. If you also have anything to add, or to, if anybody has made a question or has posted a question in that place, if you also feel like adding something to it, you're always free to do so. We help each other to grow. And always remember, the only way to succeed is to read. The only way to prosper is to read. Being a lawyer is a nice profession. Being a lawyer is a nice call. Being a lawyer is a well-respected decision anybody could ever make. So I encourage you to know that you are in a relevant field and you are in the right position. So do the needful, and God will see all of us. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.